Restaurant Unstoppable. Inspire, empower, and transform the industry. Immigrant families tend to take the opportunities that are presented in this country so much further than most people. So what were some of the lessons that your parents instilled in you at a young age?
Right. Work as hard as you can.
Yeah.
And make sure that you make time to dedicate for your family.
Yeah. And I mentioned that you were from Haiti, but you were born and raised in the States.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
I was born and raised in Massachusetts.
Okay. So when did your parents get here?
So they both got here at different times. My mom, I think, was 17, and my father was 18 or 19.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Is there any other lessons to pull from like just the hard work and work ethic that they instilled in you?
Be the best person you can be.
Yeah.
And this is one difficult conversation, and of course it's been happening throughout the past couple of years now, is race and everything, and just being mindful of being present where you are.
I won't lie, man. Like growing up in New Hampshire, yep. I don't know. When did you come to New Hampshire?
When I was 15 and a half.
Yeah. Not the most diverse state.
No, not really.
Great people, not the most diverse state.
Of
so
course.
I can only imagine what it would have been like. I remember growing up I'm from Exeter.
Okay.
I think I can probably name every African American
That's
person
usually the
on my hand. I can
here.
count them on my hand,
Yep.
right? And it's what does that do though when there's just not a lot of diversity? Why is that something that we really need to address?
Well, that's something that I'm kind of opening up to now more, especially over the past couple of years, is exploring the diverse cultures and really representing our culture, because it is important to share those stories, because without sharing those, then it just gets lost.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, speaking for what it was like to grow up as a white kid in New Hampshire and meeting people from like diverse backgrounds, we only know what we know from TV, right? So like there's just so much that's just wrong with perceptions when it comes to other people's races, and I think it's important to have these conversations, as awkward as they are, right? Because we need to learn more about each other, right?
It's so true.
What are your thoughts as I'm saying that?
Well, without us opening up, like us as the Black community, and sharing our stories, then of course nobody's ever going to learn from it.
Yeah.
And having the opportunity to do that over the past couple of years has been a blessing, to be able to open up and have the community around listen. Yeah. Especially in areas that aren't typically as diverse as areas that we might have come from, and wanting to come to these areas and know that we are going to be accepted and be treated the same way that all others around are being treated is a huge motivational factor for us, and wanting to be able to open up and share our cultures, share our history, share our past.
Yeah. I mean, is there a story that you can think of that is worth sharing right now in this moment to kind of help towards this like global movement?
Sure thing, yeah. I've opened up only recently on my Facebook page after the George Floyd murders and everything, and using my platform to be able to express how I felt, and nobody's really heard that side of me before. And it's just thinking back into like high school and college, and thinking of like, it's like minuscule bullying and things like that, but people saying, oh, you're the whitest Black person I know. And I'm like, I struggled for a long time trying to figure out what does that mean? And it goes back to the conversation that you were just saying about the perception of who or what Black people should be like, act like,
Yeah, no, for sure. And we don't need to stay here all day, because that's not why we're here. But I think it's worth bringing to the conversation, because the conversation is being had, and it needs to continue to be had until perceptions are corrected. Right. So thank you for going there.